loss of 5 there, bringing up second. They go with Chubb on second down. Oh, nice move. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And they're going to face a third down.
Charles Chubb, heck of a rookie season, but do you think it bothers him that he had 996 yards?
I'll guarantee you it bothers him. It reminds me of a runner by the name of Dave Hampton, who played for the Atlanta Falcons, who actually went over 1,000 yards in a 14-game season. They gave him the game ball, stopped the game and applauded for him, and then he took another carry and lost yardage and finished the season at 996 yards and never came close to 1,000 again.
But still, though, Nick Chubb, great season, finishing 10th in the league in rushing as a rookie.
And don't forget his signature run against the Atlanta Falcons, 92 yards for a touchdown.
It's out, it's loose. And the Texans say they have it. They do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, gee. What did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second is Watson. Steps away to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to get him for a loss of 5. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Now Watson operating from the gun, looking deep downfield. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. The Texans send the punter out. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us a ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Buying time to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. On 1st and goal, they'll try the option. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Texans have taken the early lead.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Football going back to the Cleveland Browns here. All right, let's take a peek back at last season. 7-8-1. You mentioned it earlier. They were a few breaks away from being a playoff team. Hard to believe. But now you go into the offseason for the first time in a long time, Charles, with expectations going into next year.
And how excited is everyone to actually have the expectations rather than being the laughing stock of the NFL? You just mentioned it went 7-8-1, 0-6.
Accelerating, and off he goes. The 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 78 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Christian Kirksey coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of start and goes straight clean, Oftentimes, the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though,
he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Carl Davis coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. They are going for it. Here's Watson. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Larry Ogunjobi breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's to the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Mayfield looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete. The former first-round pick, Kareem Jackson, there defensively. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Well, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Mayfield to throw it. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And
return to get you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
And the Texans set to come onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Here's Watson to throw on second down. Flush to his right. Caught here by Griffin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Green 39.
Watson now going to run the option right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people...
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns getting set to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb spinning past him. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Mayfield now on 2nd down. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Watch it now, Barney.
Play fake. Mayfield. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They start the drive with a give to Blue. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the run, Watson going to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop it for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back from the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And again, it's Chubb. And an alley to run. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Mayfield on first down. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He got 29 yards that time. A first down throw for Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. Now Mayfield. Quick hitch, complete. It's Higgins. They stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb taking it in from a yard out. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it two ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw is Watson. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. And the big boy, dare I say, he showed some athleticism there.
Oh, without a doubt. And you know what else we saw on that play? Why they do more and more ball drills in practice. They want everyone proficient with catching the football and being comfortable, because you never know when a big play like this will happen for a big man.
Now, post-game locker room, does he get an extra drumstick?
He was going to get that anyway. He may get the whole spread now.
Yeah, put some gravy on there. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this week? Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. To throw on 2nd down. Watson escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right. That's caught at the 25. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Flushed out right. Looking deep for Demarius. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on it for intercepting it. but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Again, this is Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Lucky 56.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Bernardrick McKinney able to drop him for a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Throwing, Mayfield. Screen play, Johnson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Justin Reed. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. To throw is Watson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw. And got his man complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Larry Ogunjobi in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when
and at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Houston. Demaryius Thomas, 46 yards. And the Texans draw a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Detroit!
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. His throw caught at about the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And the pressure gets to him again. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
One last throw here for Watson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.